Hello, everyone. Joanna here from the Operations Genius. So I also call myself Business System Multiplier. I'm about to be on the online prosperity show that will shows how to really follow our heart, let go of the past hurt or burden, and really go with our passion to scale up our business. Go on, watch it. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Online Prosperity Show. I'm your host, Prosper Taruvinga, and today we're joined by a remarkable guest who's not just a business systems multiplier, but also a true game changer for entrepreneurs everywhere. Now, Joanna, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm amazing, wonderful. Thank you so much, Prosper. Great to spend time with you and all of you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, the
Whoever is
pleasure
listening. Yeah.
The pleasure is all mine. I mean, obviously, you are literally giving people back their time and helping them with their systems. So, who wouldn't want that? Because so many of us, when we jump into business, we do it for the freedom. We're not getting into business so we can get ourselves a second job. And you're there to help us create businesses that are actually profitable and enjoyable. Now, for those that are meeting Joanna for the very first time, it's not your fault. You are too busy doing all those things in your business. If you had all the free time, you would know all about her, because Joanna is a powerhouse who helps business owners focus on their strengths while her expert team handles the nitty-gritty operational tasks. Now, she's got over a decade of experience as a financial planner, and Joanna actually transitioned into her current role after she grappled with the challenges of team management herself. And her journey is a testament to resilience and creativity. And I know a lot of us are struggling with this. So if you're struggling with scaling your business, I think you're in for a treat today. Not only are you going to get the financial cause and the use case of having a team, but you're actually going to have somebody who help you implement all of that. So sit back, relax, and let's jump into Joanna's inspiring story and discover the hidden gems that she's got for us. Now, Joanna, I could go on and talk about your accolades and everything else that I'm not even experienced to talk about. Tell us a little bit about your story and how you became a business systems multiplier.
Right. First of all, I have to thank you. You're an amazing host. You just got all accents out of my experience, and I'm so excited to share with all your audience as well. So, as you mentioned, I was a professional a financial planner in the bank. But when I started my own business, I become a financial planner myself. I started my own business. Like many of us, when we left workforce to start something with our own, we started our another job for us, right? But I found there are a lot of things I'm not good at, like IT or social media or something. I just don't like it to do it. I'm not good at it, and at the time, I think I need someone to help me. So, in a short, that I found a lot of team members for me by working with the VAs. I had a lot of challenges, hurdles, training someone, find the right person, and then getting them together and the left, all those sort of things. If you had experience with the VA, maybe you understand what it means. You resonate with me, right? So after that, fortunately enough, I started to formulate a star team. So everyone is specialized in their essence, specialized in the genius part. That's why our business called Operations Genius. So once I started to have this resource, everyone work on what they love to do, including myself. I started to figure out, oh, there is a way where I can actually customize my team based on my budget. Because all the business one way running with no way, cash flow is the king. So then I thought, why don't I share this model with other my like the business, because everyone would need multiple skill set to support them when they grow in their business, but everyone has a limited budget as well. So that's how I actually literally start from my profession until now become a business owner, and then start scale up my business through using my utilize the resource of my own team, and then start to share out. It's like a journey when some whatever is starting and experiencing, challenging, growing, learning, and then sharing. I think that's exactly the essence of that journey. Yes.
Absolutely. I quite like that because this business that you now run is literally you trying to solve your own problem, and you realize, wait a minute, this is not just me who's going through
Exactly.
all of this. This could be a lot of people, experiencing this. So, first of all, being a financial planner, and things of that nature, what was that like for you? Did you enjoy that job?
Oh, very good question. Good question. You know what? When I start this business, there's leveraging or delegate to other person. That I had another journey to go through is that I worked with a coach at the time, and I had an exercise on. I'm not sure whether you experienced that. So he asked us to draw four circle, and outside is our incompetence, and then we go through our competence, and then is our excellence, then is our genius. And he said the ideal state of all the business owners is that one day, if we work on the genius, that'll be ideal, right? And what I found out, I am good at the financial planning, I would say, but I just feel like there's no hard feeling of that because when I get rid of my incompetence, like IT or social media, whatever, I found that financial planning is landing on the competence part. Competence means I can do it, but I'm not loving that dearly. And then excellence is something like we really good at it and we like to do it. Well, genius will be just part of us. It's just us. As natural, right? So, natural genius. So, from that moment, I know financial planning is not my destined journey, right? I got to get rid of it as well in a saying that because, and it's a journey of following my heart. Because if we're looking at the layer by layer, if we're going to the genius part, that's where our heart lies in. And I've gone through that journey too. Well, it was hard. I stayed in the industry for 10 years, to be honest, right? It's a bit hard to let go. Sometimes you feel like I spend so much time and study, energy, effort, everything like that. How can I let it go? But my heart keeps telling me that's not your journey. That's not your genius. Okay, I got to let go. It's a part of lesson of let go. Yeah. But since I started to reshift my energy into this because I started to find what I can do. Then I come up with something through my life experience. I just share with you. I had my problem. I found a solution. Then I found I can use that to help other people's. There you go. Then I found my genius essence about that part and convert it into a business to help others. That's all. Yeah.
Absolutely. I quite like that because so many people will try and keep doing something just because
Mm,
they have studied it, like you say, for a very long time, only to realize that their heart was not in it. You know what I mean? But obviously, that now becomes our identity. That now becomes who we are. That now becomes what our loved ones around us know. What was the story at the dinner table when you told people around you that you're no longer being a financial planner? You're now just following your heart.
Wow, that's a really good question. Like all my friends in the bank keep asking me, Joanna, come back. We need financial planners. And I think I only have one friend now left in the bank. And she's doing so well in the position in the private banking and then helping all the Asian clients. Asian women is very rare in the area. So I thought if I stay in there, I would probably have a good position, good money. But you know what? Sometimes when I talk to her, there's something missing in her life which she didn't experience. So I think ultimately it's our choice whether you want the look or the money or the position or you want something within your heart. But of course, a lot of people when they're doing the choice, that's your question. If they decide to choose the look, the position, the money, of course they will be surprised. Like, even including my ex-husband. Why don't you go back to the bank? Why don't you go back to the he was stressed out because the income is fluctuated and it's all different state. So of course people wouldn't understand, but I've never regret my decision on that.
Absolutely.
To
And
that.
obviously
Mhm.
when you're getting started and you're going into a whole new venture, a lot of people come across either imposter syndrome or fear of the
Mm,
unknown, especially when it comes to like you said, you were doing this for 10 years and now you're just going to go into it by yourself. What were the biggest obstacles or fears that you faced when you actually left financial planning to get started on your own, and how did you overcome them?
Well, at that time, I think that was a journey when I transitioned from a professional into a business owner's role as well. Is totally different mindset. Of course, at the time, I felt like I'm not a business owner. I was trying to become a professional. No, I am a professional. Now I need to change to another role, right? But my heart is driving me. There's a massive fear, of course. Everyone has a fear. But I thought I was lucky enough to have a courage to face it. And I know the courage is not, we don't have a fear. Courage is when we have a fear, we're still doing it. And I think the courage gave me strongest backbone to push me to follow my heart no matter what is in front of me, to go face it and then overcome it. Of course, there's a lot of learning as well. I need to learn a lot of new things, keep learning and change the mindset, understand where I am now, but also know where I want to be and to find a way to fill in the gap. I think again, there's another journey. And I think that's how we actually break through all the comfort zones because fear will guide us. Fear will guide us and they will take us to a place that actually when we start to do it we just feel, oh, that's it. It's actually not much. It's just a feeling of, oh, I'm so scared, but when you actually start to do it, literally say, oh, that's about it. Yeah, you have to think about your life, everything around it. Did you have
Absolutely.
experience like similar experience?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's like when you go skydiving, when
Yeah,
you are going skydiving, you are very afraid of jumping out of a perfectly good airplane, you know what I mean? But it's just that feeling of once you've stepped out of the plane, that exhilarating feeling of, oh my God, I am free and this is beautiful what you get to watch. It doesn't last
yeah,
forever, but that moment, just you start wondering, what was I even afraid of anyway? So that in and of itself is amazing. But there's one thing that you mentioned where you talked about the transition from somebody who's a technician to being a business owner, and I think a lot of people miss that switch. Could that have been the reason why you were not getting along with your VAs, because you were both just employees trying to run a business?
you're so spot on. So spot on because a lot of us when we for example transition from a professional to a business owner or self-employed become a real owner, that's a huge mindset change because a lot of us probably is an artist, like we want to manage and maybe beautify is well, and I think that that's our value because if we can do this part well, that's our value. And then that's why a lot of us are trying to hold on to it and feel make prove the market that's my value, I'm going to do it all, right? I can't let it go because no one else can replace me. And it's a fear of being replaced or fear of lose the control, those sort of feelings to hold on to it. But I've gone through that. Feel like um one thing is that I'm not DIY style, do it your own. A lot of people doing your own. They're so sufficient. They can do everything. They're superwoman, superman, pa, 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 right? But I wasn't like that. So probably there was a fortunate for me as well. I started to engage other people. But through that period, as you said, because I have a fear of letting go and I'm very picky and I was controlling freak, to be honest with you. And I'm a Virgo, so picky. I'm so picky. Yeah. So perfectionist, all of the things has taught me how to become more tolerant, understand, patient, give a space to the others, gradually work out and then find out, oh, wow, other people can do something like that. Replacing my spending hours holding my hair out. I still couldn't do it and deliver beautiful work. Why not?
Absolutely, because
Why
at the end of
not?
the day, yes, you can be a jack of all trades, but you're a master of none and you're burning out in the process. Because I visually believe you can't climb the ladder of success with your hands full. You want to literally delegate to other people that can do it, first of all, cheaper, better, faster. You know what I mean? And that would actually take you away from the actual work that you're doing. Now, your background as a financial planner must contribute to obviously the success that you have in your current business, because financial planning is all about leverage. It's all about, planting the seed today and harvesting tomorrow and making sure everything in between is well looked after. That's pretty much how you can literally run a business and actually scale, because now if we need to go to X, Y, and Z, we need to have such an input. Now, are there any particular skills or insights that you're using in your current job that you would have acquired as a financial planner?
Wow, that's a perfect point because I do believe every single step of our life, it's not a waste. We always learn something and leverage some of the insights from there to help our further journey. And as you mentioned, a financial planner, it is like solution, uh, solving giving the solutions, right? So looking at where they are now, leveraging all the other resources, right? Come up with a strategy and get it done. And actually, that's literally the blueprint of my current business or our business as well, right? So I think from behind the scenes, the backbone, the methodology is the same. It's just way dealing with the different people, different problems, giving different solutions. So yeah, you're so spot on. So I think don't ever feel like did I choose something wrong? I believe whatever we experience in our life, there's a reason behind it. The main thing is we learned the lesson. We
Mm.
learned the lesson from it and leveraged insights from it and go further. Yeah. So that's how I feel. Yeah.
Absolutely. And in my culture, we've got a statement, Joanna. It says, if you want to go far, you go alone. But if you want to go further, you go together. And a lot of people fail in business, especially I think there's a statistic that says a lot of people don't go past the 3 year mark, because I visually believe that's when all the staplers and the pens and the database that you would have taken from your previous job starts running out, and now you have to you do it by yourself, and it doesn't
Yes.
work, and it doesn't work. So you mentioned realizing that many entrepreneurs sort of struggle to scale due to maybe a limited budget or support staff. How do you address this, at your current job at Operation,
Crazy
Genius?
genius. Yeah.
Yes, 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 and through your
Mhm.
services.
Right, right. Good question. So how we started, if you look at our logo here, so as what you mentioned that we can't be hands full, right? We got to open our arms first. First of all is the mindset, let go. Right? It's not easy, but I'm here because I've gone through the process. That's part of my role to hold your hand through that process. And then the heart means our genius. It'll help you to identify the core part you're going to focus on, help you to unpack those areas of incompetence, competence, excellence, start to delegate. So that's one part of my role in the team as a strategist to really identify those areas, prioritize, and then produce the plan and then start to implement. That's me. But at the same token, we have a team. The team who is over here is like this, right? All the team members. We customize. We use this as an analogy. It doesn't mean we build an airplane because we want to help business owners become the true pilot of their business. What does pilot do? Pilot know their directions, knows the visions, knows the route. They are expert to take all the passengers out there. So we want them to focus on that. And our team can be customized to suitable for their needs. We have this methodology. We actually recently be recognized as a part of the International Business Award. And we were so fortunate. We didn't realize before, but they now actually categorize us as a B2B and the world first fractional VA service. So in this field, you know that a lot of VA companies are providing full-time or part-time this model, but because we're the first to provide a fractional service, which means we can customize the team, pick the talents, become a team to support a business owner within their budget. And that's the thing that we can actually add value to our market for the group of people when they want to grow their business, but short of the budget, short of the talent, full of stress, to really leverage the resource to help them. Ultimately, we want to help them to create a backup plan, right? Build up their system and leveraging our team to scale up the business. Ultimately, that's our multiple business system model. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. And using the analogy of the plane there, obviously the pilot just sits in the front there. I don't know, maybe it's because he has to arrive first to check, if the land is okay. But
Yeah,
he's not the person who's fueling up. He's not the person who's checking the tires. He's not the person
exactly.
who's serving the little bit of nuts, in the in
100%. Yeah.
you know what I mean? So why is it that as business people we want to be doing everything? And I don't know, do you ever come across people, Joanne, that says if you want to have something done properly, you do it yourself, and they have that badge of honor to say, you know what, I'm the one that's actually the janitor in this whole business.
So many, so many people. And as I mentioned, there are many people that are very talented. They DIY style, they're very sufficient. But ultimately, you're right. Ultimately, they will burn out. They feel like they only have this much time and they can't wearing all the hats. However, because the fear of letting go, many people probably struggle with not sure how to delegate, and they're frustrated. Maybe put the people in a few different stages. First stage is they feel like they can do everything, and they are approaching to the stage of being burned out, but they're not burning out as yet. The second group is that they've tried to do everything by themselves, but at the point of they have to delegate, otherwise they can't continue anymore. And another stage is they used to delegate before, but had some bad experience, and they're afraid of delegate again. Yeah, many different kind of scenarios are holding them back not to delegate, not to pass it on, not to leverage the resources, not to be able to scale up at the rate or at the state they wish for.
Yeah,
This
but
common
then
challenge, very common,
But
very
then that's
common.
just that fear that you were talking about earlier, right? It's just,
Yeah.
fear of the unknown and not quite knowing what is actually happening, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. Now, what would be the best way that people can get started with you so that they can experience the autopilot mode?
Right, right. I think if you are listening to this and if you do feel that there's something in your heart tell you I shouldn't be doing all of this, I really want to get started to do something, either you're not sure how to do it or you had a bad experience, I think that's not the end of the world. First of all, understand that's very common. A lot of people experience that, including myself. The thing is that we always have a solution, right? The solution is to really, you want to step out. If we don't step out the first step, we never know what's the next, right? Take action or initiative to start to look in this area again. Regardless, whatever, you can have a look at whatever solutions are there. Take the action. I would say that's initiate your first step. Do some research, right? Really set your mind into it. I can do this. That's very first step. When you're into that stage of I can do this, and when you understand what is out there, then you can pick the most suitable solution for you at the moment. Because a lot of business, I believe that they have the challenges of no backup. Probably like I'm the only one in the business. If I'm not there, the business can't run, right? So you can have a look at which kind of solution can give you a backup system. And the same token, a lot of people feel like, maybe they have a little bit help, but they don't have enough capacity. Suddenly a lot of work coming in. You feel, oh my gosh, I'm running out of strength and out of capacity. Have a look at who can give you the solution. To have a backup army to straight away start something without too much training because they're all the specialists, like experts.
Mm.
And also look at who can give you the solution that within the budget, you don't have to hire a full-time, part-time, or a few people to do your team. to really within the budget can let the things happen and make things happen and go towards your goal. Yeah, I suggest all of you to go and the research. And ultimately, as I mentioned, all those solutions, we have it. We can give you backup. We can set up system to increase the capacity, help you to leverage the system, like our team, to fit in your budget. So ultimately, we have all these solutions, but you feel free. Set a mindset to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Feel free to experience anything. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And we are here. We're always here to help.
I like
That's all I
that.
want to say.
I like that. I'll definitely put all the links in the show notes so that people can actually get started on this. Now, Joanna, I viscerally believe what you're doing is completely life changing for a lot of people, because if you can give people back their time, which is one of the most scarcest of resources out there, you're literally handing them back their life. You know, the reason why I'm saying that is, like you're saying, a lot of the people that will be watching and listening this are coaches and consultants, and most of them are out there speaking on stages, speaking on podcasts like this, but they don't even have a system where somebody can schedule a call with them and talk to them and create that future pace of their business. Now, has there been a most sort of rewarding outcome or achievement from your journey so far that you have helped someone realize within their business and they are forever indebted to you?
Oh, 100%. You see, all the times that if as a business owner, I believe every one of us has our own genius, right? And the majority of us, I believe that the clients we used to, like we collaborate with, all of them has a genius of something that want to focus on or spend more time with the client, provide strategy for them, or really come up with something they're just so passionate about. That's something they want to focus on. However, a lot of things is dragging them away here and there, and they feel like they don't even have time to generate the business, to really deliver the service they promise to their clients, and they drain out. So ultimately, I think if we actually really think of what is important, prioritize our focus, if we can only, of course, ultimately, is if you can only do this, that's beautiful. But however, to start 40 hours a week, or maybe some people even work 60-hour a week, imagine if you can get 5 hours, 10 hours back a week, what difference that make to your life, either your life or your business, or as a balance. Just imagine that. And once you know what that 5 hours, 10 hours, or even 20 hours can give you, would you rather to really to do $30 a job, or you want to do your own maybe $300, $500 per hour job? That's profitable, right? So it's about 20-80 rules. Where you want to spend your time and energy in, that's where the most outcome will come from there. Where our energy goes, where our focus goes, our energy flows, right?
Oops.
Yeah, I think it's essential for us to decide. It's our decision where our focus will go. What is the ultimate goal we want to achieve? Don't we know what is the priority?
Absolutely. I believe you've made so much time for yourself. Is that why you're now performing on stage now?
Yeah, actually, too much time now. Yeah. I totally feel like so grateful that because this we're working together as a team. So we actually really have a lot of time now to spend time with the people we want to spend with, deliver the value we want to deliver, focus on the mission we're on, right? To really it's totally different, delightful feeling, totally uplifting. Yeah, and it's energy as well. I always talk to my clients, everyone is, I believe in energy management other than the time management. Because I figure out when I have a good energy, I can do things like this. You're pretty efficient. But if my energy is low, oh my gosh, it's taking so long. It's so dragging. It's your decision, right? What kind of energy would you like? Not just time, energy as well. Yeah. Mm.
Absolutely, I quite like that, and so many people don't understand that. That's the reason why they just show up to jobs that they don't want, so they can please people that they don't like, and eventually just buy things they don't even need. And once you've got your time, money, energy aligned, you actually can
Yeah.
be very, very productive. And as you say, if you're actually working within your own zone of genius, great things would happen. But you didn't know about this when you spent 10 years as a financial planner. If you would maybe come across this video, let's say in your past, and you watch yourself doing this, would you believe this is the kind of life that you're leading now?
Wow. Well, at that time, and I understand everyone go through that journey, right? Because of the pain we've experienced, give us the urge or even strength afterwards. So now I look back, I think don't regret anything that I mean, all the pains behind it, there's a gift. At the time when I was a financial planner, there's a psychic actually on the phone with me. He said, "Oh, your life is a gray color." I didn't know why at the time, but now I'm feeling colorful. Again, it's an energy, right? If I do something that I'm not totally loving, for loving, my color be gray. Yeah, I'm like a robot, zombie. Every day is like that, but there's no heart. But now I'm doing everything with follow my heart. The rainbow comes out. The fully color. That's prosperity. Like that's your show. That's a true prosperity in life. I believe.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I love the energy that you bring to the show, and so many people will be watching this thinking, "Oh, I want to have some of what she is having." What sort of advice or encouragement would you offer to somebody who's probably struggling in their own business right now, and they don't even know sort of where to start?
Oh, right, great. And first of all, really thank you for spending time with me. And I'd love to share something with your valuable audience. I recently come up with because that's the common challenges at the stage when people start to feel like they're stuck in something and they don't know where to start to delegate. So we have a checklist of 5 ways or 5 areas to really outsource strategic outsource. So I can share that with the audience to start from there. Because once you know, as a business owner, that's what I've learned from professional to a business owner, the common areas that all the business needs from different stages of the business. So if you have a look at that list, have a look which areas you're really good at, which areas you really like, and which areas you really hate, no good at. You know, your heart would tell you, okay, oh, this is what I don't want to do, right? And do I have a resource, a way to do it? If you go for it, if you don't, have a chat with me. Maybe I can find out some resource for you. I love to, connect dots to help the business owners in the different stages. So maybe I share that with the audience. Would you like
Absolutely.
that?
I
Yeah.
think I think
Sure.
that'd be good. It now becomes that blueprint that you give to the pilot so they can know where
Yeah.
exactly
What to
to
start?
follow through. Yeah, absolutely. Well, now Joanna, it's been an absolute pleasure just having you on the show today. Your energy is infectious, and I'm so happy we recorded this because every time I'm gonna need a boost, I'm just gonna play this behind the scenes and just get an uplift of the energy. And I think your insights and your experience offer so much value to our viewers because so many of us are trying to be that proverbial fish that's trying to climb a tree and not figuring out why it's not actually working. And so many people are holding on to a past that no longer serves them or a past that no longer exists in the world we live in today. So it's actually better to let go of many of those things because if you want to go far, you go alone. But if you want to go further, you go together with a team. And especially if the team is from Operations Genius, that will make your business profitable and enjoyable.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Thank you so much. Really
Absolutely.
grateful to be here.
Great stuff. And for those that are watching right now, I want you to type in the words genius in the show notes, in the comments there, because each and every one of us is a genius. We may not have just figured out which part we are at Genius, and just talking to people like Joanna, first of all, just for her energy, and second, for the insights that she brought to the show, you definitely will be able to create a business that's profitable and enjoyable. Or if you're above this and you're already that pilot that's already soaring, among the clouds, why don't you share this with a business owner, friend, colleague, or loved one that is struggling to get their plane off of the ground? It could just be the fact that they are just carrying heavy, holding on to everything, that they no longer need, that no longer serves them, that the team at the Operation Genius can actually be able to help them let go of. As Joanna says, you could actually scale your business without working so hard. Until next time, stay prosperous and keep growing. Bye for now.